Well, hello to my family and my friends and my fellow human beings. I hope you're all well today. I've just come back for day 4 of my video series, and just to hopefully this is assistance to you all to be able to just move through and come out of the other side of this coronavirus situation with the tools that we need to go and create the life that we want. Yesterday we spoke about the importance of taking 100% responsibility for your creation so far, and we also remembered how great we are, so all the things we've accomplished so far. So if we could do it then, we could do it again, so that's all great. And to also appreciate things in life, like to keep appreciating, to keep being grateful for things. So if you haven't seen my video 1, 2 and 3, please go and do that, because it will actually help towards what we're learning today as well. So today, when I mentioned yesterday that we have to take 100% responsibility for our lives, I suggested that it is a bitter pill to swallow. So I've decided, as a child, if I had a bitter pill that I had to swallow, my mother would always give me a cube of sugar afterwards to help the bitter pill go down. So I've decided to bring in a bit of a sweetness today into the equation. So, but the reason why taking 100% responsibility is so important is because then you can create a new and be responsible for what you create next. So now, what you focus on in life is what will manifest. What you focus on in your life, in your thoughts, is what will manifest in the world or in your feelings inside. So that is just how it works. Like, you can test this out with little things. Like if you think, I'm going to go and cook a cake, and I'm going to focus on you might not think that you're going to focus on it, but you go and get your recipe, you go and put that out, you start getting bowls out, you put in your ingredients, and you're focused on making this cake. The outcome will be a cake. If you focus on whatever you focus on, is what will your outcome will be. What will come out of it. Okay, now this applies for good things like a cake, that'd be yum, but it also applies if you focus on your lack, or if you focus on your anxiety, or you focus on the negative things in life, then that will all remain in your being. So you will experience lack instead of a cake. Yeah? So it is, what I want to bring to you today is, or what I want to suggest to you today is, let's see if we can shift that focus. So, and I'd like to do a little exercise, and it may need for you to close your eyes for a minute and just like be there, present, just for a little while. Be present where you are. And I'd like you to just have a look and see, what would your life look like if ever it was just perfect, absolutely perfect, just exactly how you want it. All your desires are fulfilled. You have no limitations whatsoever. However you choose, or however you choose to look at your life to be as perfect, what would it look like? Where are you? And who's there? Who's there with you in that perfect life? What are you doing? What are you doing in that picture? What's the weather like? What clothes are you wearing? What's your hair look like? What's this smell like? This perfect world. No limitations. Whoever you want to be, you can be. No limitations. I want you to sit with those pictures for a while and add to them the things that, the other things that are there, the colours, the smells, the birds, the whatever your environment's like. I want you to sit with that for a little while and imagine the picture. And when you've imagined this picture very vividly in your mind, I want you to write down all that you saw in that picture of a perfect life, exactly how you want it, with no limits whatsoever. There's no financial limits, there's no ability limits. You can do this, okay? So what does it look like? Write it down, and even better still, find pictures in magazines and just pictures that you can like put on a big board and create a vision board, and all of those things that what your perfect life looks like, place them on there. Now, it doesn't matter that you don't know how to go about creating any of this yet, of your perfect life, or how you're going to make that happen, your perfect life. But what really does matter is that you become very familiar with what your perfect life is, so that in the future, all the steps that you take in creating can be things that actually lead you towards that perfect future. So I encourage you to try this exercise, and you may not get a picture straight away. Sometimes we have a hard time envisaging things, but come back to it. Keep coming back to it. In meditation is always a really good time to actually be able to envisage perfect pictures. And I like to add that there is no limits. So you must create this picture without your limits in your mind. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this exercise, and I will see you again tomorrow.